Well, for, I don't know, 50 years or more, our employees have had a pension plan. And our pension, unlike many places, our pension plan is within the charter of city government, which means that any changes to the pension, voters, you know, the mayor submitted, council has supported, put it on the ballot, and the voters have voted on it. And so if the voters, a few years ago, the voters didn't like one proposed change and they voted it down. So the point being that this is something that's been going on for a number of years and the voters have supported it in the past. Now, a few years ago, 07, 08, you know, what happened to the economy then, and our investments in the pension system and the pension plan tanked. And so there was, you know, quite a bit of loss. And because this particular pension plan is rather mature, we have a lot of retirees, then it impacts, you know, our ability to be able to make our commitments to the retirees. And so we now have to make up for an unfunded liability. And we're amortizing that over so many years, but it means that every year we, in addition to the normal amount that we would put in the pension plan for our current workers, we also have to put in additional for these losses. So this year was an extra $2.2 million. And next year we're predicting about, of course, it depends on what happens between now and then, but we're predicting about a $7 to $8 million increase over and above what we would normally do. So we have two issues here. One is we have an unfunded liability that we are obligated to pay. And by the Tennessee Supreme Court decision of several years ago and a more recent Attorney General opinion, we are obligated to pay those. If a government employee has a pension, then you're obligated to pay that amount that you had committed to them. And so on one hand, we have to make plans to pay those in future years until that unfunded debt has been paid off, you know, has been paid. The second track is to change the current plan so that we don't get into the same type of issue again. And what I said when I was running for office is that my approach would be to propose a plan, a pension plan, that reduces taxpayer risk, market risk, and costs, and at the same time keeps us competitive so that we can recruit and retain police officers and firefighters and our employees, particularly in the uniform bodies. We're competing with other cities that do still offer defined benefit. So what I've done, we did a lot of research on it, and we presented about 5 different scenarios of options. One, a defined benefit with fewer enhancements, and then on the other end, a total defined contribution, which means that all of the risk is on the employees. And then I also looked at some hybrids. And so now I'm actually promoting to our council that we support a hybrid model, sometimes called a stacked model, that would, at a very base, the lower level of wages, like some of the lowest police officers in terms of salary and firefighters, the city has more of the risk up to a certain salary. We've got it set right now at $40,000. But then any money made over that, it's all a defined contribution. And we're trying to reach a balance that would make sure that we can continue to retain our experienced firefighters and police officers, because we spend $50,000 to $100,000 training them and equipping them, recruiting them. And what we found in the past is that you've got the federal agencies around here, and there's other cities that can recruit them away right when we've invested all the money in them. So I'm trying to find a balance there that achieves both of those goals.